great closing shot there. One of the people that you interview, and again, you shot this video yourself as you're making the climb, says that it will help him in his life as he goes back to his law practice and his life in England. Do you agree with that? And how does it affect your life when you come back to what you do here in Connecticut?
Absolutely, I agree with it. I think that's why people go, because you challenge yourself, you push yourself to limits that you didn't know you had before. And life back here is sometimes a little gray. It's difficult to define what is success or failure. On the mountain, it doesn't matter. As John says in the story, he says that it doesn't matter if you're a high court judge or a plumber. Of course, Fred just says John talks funny, you know, but it really doesn't matter. It just matters who you are, what you're made of. And you find out a little bit about yourself when you're pushed against the wall a little bit there.
Talk about, though, that push against the wall. We get some sense of it in the piece, what it was like to make the climb up. But what do, now as you sit here, comfortable, what do you recall about that hard climb to the top? What sticks with you?
Well, first of all, you think that you just can't take another step, but you do. And it's amazing what you can accomplish on a mountain or back here at home by taking one more step and pushing a little bit more. And also, you find out what people are made of. Because when you're in cramped quarters like that and everyone's uncomfortable and everyone's, tired and hungry and has a headache, and you really find out what somebody's made of, whether they're going to help you out if you need it, whether they're going to reach back and be a little uncomfortable themselves to help you a little bit, and it really brings out the essence of a human being. And when someone does something like that, in a situation like that, you never forget it, and it bonds you in a special way for the rest of your life.
There are those, though, who make this climb and do not come back. I mean, deaths occur during such things, correct?
Yes, it's true. It does heighten the edge a little bit because of that. We had a couple of Japanese climbers died when we were on the mountain. We had one American who almost died, an Italian climber that I helped take care of who was in virtual kidney shutdown. And it's a dangerous mountain because of the altitude. It's the highest mountain in the western or southern hemisphere, and also because of the temperature. The temperatures at night were commonly 30 degrees below 0 Fahrenheit, and frostbite and hypothermia can reach out and grab you at any time.
What is that, and this is hard to describe, I bet, but what is the moment like when you're there, when you've climbed to the top of this mountain and you're on the peak and you're looking out to the expanse around you? What goes through your head? What do you think about?
Well, you know, it's going back to the idea of being gray back here in our normal civilized life. There you have a goal, an endpoint that you can reach and palpate and see. The goal is the summit of the mountain. Now, most of our life is getting to where we want to go, and it's the going, not the getting there, that often is the most exciting. And that's true on the mountain, too, because getting to the summit is beautiful, and it's everything you always wanted it to be, but it's how you get there with the people you go with that makes it all so special, and the memories you take.
How many folks actually made the climb? How many people were there in your group?
There are 4 of us that made it to the summit successfully, plus myself, and it was a great moment, one we'll treasure forever.
Now, I know you've done many of these. Is this the last climb for you, or does Dr. Derek Woodbury go someplace and climb again?
Well, I think this is the last real high one, because, you know, one of the reasons they say you rope together is to keep the smart ones from leaving. And, I think climb too many and more of these, lose more brain cells than I can afford to lose.
Won't be one of the smart ones. All right.
Right.
Thanks a lot. Thank you for coming. Channel 3 will air Dr. Derek Woodbury's special on the climb of Aconcagua on April 15th. Be sure to catch it. Derek, thanks again for joining us.
My pleasure. It's great being here.
And we did tape that interview last week. In addition, on Wednesday, April the 11th, Eyewitness News will begin a 3-part series on Dr. Derek Woodbury's climb of Aconcagua. When we return, we'll bring you some ideas for a broccoli-free, low-cholesterol spring brunch. Stay with us.